Hey friends, I am super excited. I just got a package in the mail. It's 20 professional acrylic paints from Hippie Crafter. They sent the paints to me for free and they want me to do a product review video and I am super excited about it. So they're not paying me to do the video, but they did send the paints for free. Let's take a look at what they sent. Here's the box they sent. Look at the logo and the colors. Isn't that cool? So it's Hippie Crafter is the company. Premium quality, ultra pigmented, indoor, outdoor use, water-based paints, professional artist grade, and 20 colors. I'm really excited. But I opened the box they sent it in, but I haven't opened this box. So I thought I'd show you what it looks like, how it comes. We'll put links in the description if you want to find their website, you want to buy their paints. I think, okay, so here I thought it would be fun to open it up on camera, and I don't want to scratch the box. There we go. I think what I'm going to do is we'll swatch each color a little bit. I won't do like a whole swatch page for each color, where I do lights and darks, mixes, complement mixes, and then even some people would mix it with every color in the box. I'm not sure that would be that helpful to do that complete of a swatch set, but I do want to get a feel for the paint and test each color, so I think we will do a swatch. Oh, look at that. Oh, isn't that nice? Oh, and some of their other products. Stretched canvas, epoxy resin, ooh, double-sided tape, epoxy tape, clear double-sided tape. That's pretty cool. Oh, they have canvas board. Nice. Oh, look at this. Oh, and look how gorgeous that is. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Burnt umber. Okay, so I think the next step is for me to grid out some squares on my mixed media paper, and then we'll test each color. And then I think after that, we'll keep that section of the video short, and then I think we'll paint a poppy field together. And if you want a traceable, I can set up a traceable for it. Okay, let's get started. Okay, just a quick little shot so you can see what I'm thinking. So I just used this handy little T-square, and then I just used the width of the ruler. So I started up here, squared it up, drew along the ruler, then I lined it up on this line. So each square, and then drew it. So each square is the width of the ruler, just to make it easy. And then so I can get it all on one page. I counted how many squares I came up with. And we have 20 colors. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I think what I'm going to do is the color with some white and the color with a little complement, just to give it a little road test and to see how they react, how the colors look. And then I'm just going to do them in the order of the box. So here's Viridian, and then Viridian is top left. So that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then 20 will be Champagne. Oh, what a pretty color. Look at that. Okay, and I'm not going to show all this on camera. I'm going to swatch quite a few. I'll probably pop in the middle and just show you how I'm coming along. Hey, let's do my first impressions. Look, the paint has nice body. Can you see how it's kind of standing up off my styrofoam plate there? That's really nice. And it's really creamy, which I also really like. And then I put out, because instead of trying to figure out the exact complement of burnt umber, raw umber, there isn't one of black. And this is a cold gray, which means it's got some blue in it. I just put out some orange to mix with the browns, and we'll just do a gray value, little gray value scale with the black and the gray. But here I picked scarlet to mix with the Viridian, and I got a really nice color. If I put a little more green in it, it wouldn't be quite so pink, but it's kind of a nice plum color. Really pretty. And then I was going to mention, you can print out a color wheel from the internet if you just want a little guide. Like sometimes I even misspeak. I've got a video I've got to correct because I think I said blue and yellow were complements, and they're not. Blue and purple are. And so it'll tell you, you know, ballpark complements. Or if you're really into color theory, pigment, saturation, this is a simple one, but you can buy color wheels. This one's just printed off the internet, but you can buy a lot of different brands of color wheels if you're super serious about that sort of thing. And then if you're really serious about that, you're also going to want to swatch a lot more of these paints than what I'm doing right here. But I thought I would just show you first impressions and how I'm doing this. It's really fun. So far, I'm really excited about these. I had a couple thoughts. So first, look how gorgeous this cold gray is. I had just posted in December a winter scene painting real time that you guys can paint. This cold gray right out of the bottle would be great for that, and you wouldn't have to do any mixing, and it's really pretty. Just wanted to point that out. These are really nicely pigmented. I mean, look at the color in that Viridian. Of course, you have to keep in mind what I'm seeing and what you might be seeing on the video, and then you add in your computer monitor or your phone. Each thing changes the color a bit, but this is gorgeous. Just gorgeous. And then like you would expect the burnt umber to be a little bit more transparent than the raw umber. So I just think so far these colors are fantastic. I just wanted to pop in because I thought this would be really great color straight out of the bottle for a winter scene. Alrighty, popping back in. I've got 5 more colors painted. Phthalo blue, ultramarine blue. The label says cold gray on it, but I think it would just was, you know, a manufacturing slapped the wrong label on it, because that's definitely an ultramarine blue. And ultramarine blue is listed on the box. We already did the cold gray. Cobalt blue, emerald green, which is a little bluer, and pale green, but to me that's a really green, for lack of a better way to describe it. And then I mixed, I used orange as the complement for the blues, because it is, not as, it is. There's blue and there's orange on the color wheel. And then I used red for the greens, because red is across the color wheel from the greens. And I got some, I think if I worked these a little more and added a little more blue, I would get better grays, but I'm just doing this quite fast. And then the blue and the cobalt blue and the orange made a great gray. That's really, they're all really pretty. I think this one could be a little less green if I added it just a tinge more red. And you can play with them. So when you do color swatches, you can keep adding a little more color, you know, back and forth and actually get to a gray, you know, so you're painting swatches. You can see how close you can actually get to a gray. I'm just doing it in one try. So that's really awesome. That you can mix some really pretty, you know, like a green gray. That one's actually a little redder. That one, maybe a slightly, oh, this one's pinker gray. Anyway, I think that's really cool. That's awesome. That means that the pigments are wonderful, heavily saturated, and will work well. So really exciting. All right, let's do the last 10. Just a couple of thoughts. First, I painted the rose in the burnt sienna column. And so I painted the burnt sienna in the rose column, and I drew arrows. I'm like, oh, I could have just erased the words. So I messed up twice, which I think is kind of funny. And then since we already did the orange and got a great compliment, and I used orange for all these 3 colors, I just mixed a little violet in there to see what it would do. And it's pretty color. Getting a really nice gray with the rose and the emerald green. So I mixed the emerald green with the rose and got a really nice gray, which is cool because you have quite a few fun grays to play with, which is, I think it's just totally awesome. And the violet is a very yummy color. Look how dark it is. It looks black, but it's really a gorgeous color. Okay, 5 more and we'll be done. Okay, I'm done color swatching. I've tried every color. They are really ultra pigmented. I mean, that orange is gorgeous. I don't know how intense it looks on the video, but it is really strong. It says orange yellow. To me, that's closer to a cad yellow, cad medium yellow. It's gorgeous. And then the name doesn't really matter. It's just what the brand chooses. I'm in love with this cold gray. I want to use that. And then the champagne is really handy. You can get skin tones with, if you have a yellow, a brown, some reds, you can do it. You can mix it. But look, when I mix just a little bit of purple, and then, or just straight up white, those are really nice skin tones that you can mix. Cooler, warmer. That'd be really fun to try. That could be another video. Okay, what else do I need to say? You get a whole box. Well, one thing I really like too is this is a really sturdy box. So you can store it in here. You know, keep things organized and neat. I really like that. It's a really nice box. And it lists the colors on the back. And it is ultra pigmented and very, very vibrant. It says self-sealing. We need to ask Hippie Crafter if it needs varnishing, because it says you can use it on all kinds of surfaces, glass, rocks. It has a whole list on their website. Is there anything else I need to say? Oh, right now as I'm videoing this, the price could change, but it's $33.99 for 20 colors. And you have primaries, tertiaries. And it's an awesome set. I'm really excited about it. I think next, or I know next, we're gonna paint a 5x7 little canvas. I sprayed it with water. You can kind of see maybe in the video it's a little darker there, it's still drying. It's a really nice little canvas. I think we're gonna do poppies to test out the paint on canvas, get a better feel for it. Oh, I thought these might be drying a little faster than the other brand I normally use, but I am painting it on paper, which would make a difference rather than gessoed canvas with more paint on it. So that would definitely speed up the drying time, and it's wintertime here in Omaha. So that may also be why I thought it dried a little faster, and I thought it had a little bit different feel to the paint, and I don't know how to describe it. I thought it felt really nice and buttery, but you know, if you're an acrylic painter and you're trying these out, you may notice a little different feel. You'll have to let me know in the discussion. Okay, let's get on to making a painting with these gorgeous colors. I forgot one thing. So I wanted to just keep my hands out of the video. You could screenshot that if you don't want to, if you like what I've done with these swatches and you're not interested in swatching out more variations and combinations, you could screenshot this and it could be a nice little reference for you. Okay, let's get started painting. Hey, let's take a look at what I'm thinking and what I'm gonna do. So I couldn't decide if I wanted to do a traceable or not for this video, and I decided to do a traceable. So this is already on my website. It's called Happy Poppies. I printed it out. It's a PDF file. You can download any of my traceables for $1. I suggest $1 per traceable. Some people send more to help support my art, and plenty of people download it for free because a lot of people are having hard times right now. You do what's best for you. No worries, nobody will know. Okay, so that's the traceable I'm gonna cut out, and I'll transfer it to my canvas. I've stretched my canvas with water, sprayed it on the back, and dried it with a hair dryer to shrink it up so it's nice and tight. So here, maybe if I pick it up. So if it still doesn't. Sometimes it sounds like a drum. And then I'm gonna write the word love on it in watercolor pencil, because it's an awesome way to start a painting. And then I've got my palette mixed. And then after I tell you about my palette, I'm gonna do a time-lapse painting because I realized the color swatch part of this video was about 15 minutes. So I put out yellow ochre, pale green, cool gray. I ended up putting out Viridian after I put out those colors. The scarlet, which is a red, and titanium white. And so I mixed some of the red with the pale green, about half and half, and it wasn't a dark enough gray for me. So then I put about as much of a pile I already had there. I put about the same amount of the Viridian. I made a nice dark color. And then I mixed the yellow ochre with the pale green for more of a yellow grassy green. So what I'm thinking is I'm gonna leave the scarlet pretty much full strength right out of the tube, very vibrant. These colors are super vibrant, which is really fun. I might put some of the rose, which is a magenta color, on the palette. And but I'm thinking I'm gonna mute down the background and the green grasses with this really dark gray puddle in the middle. Okay, so I don't know if you can see all that. Maybe I'll pull it back just a little bit. Oh, there you can catch it. And I think from here, we'll start the time-lapse video. Hey friends, I think I'm done. I've put my artist's mark on it. Once I'm confident it's completely dry, I will sign probably here. A lot of times I sign in here, but it's kind of deep and small area to get in there. This was really, really fun. And these colors are so vibrant. I mean, look at the, I hope it shows up on the video, but I mean, look at the scarlet color on my paper towel. Yeah, I don't know if it's going to show up on the video. They are super vibrant, but you're able to mix them and mute them down if you want. So I think it even gives you a larger range of color values to work with. It's really fun. And then I put a little matte medium on my palette, which is a different brand, because I had it here in my studio, and I was able to glaze some of the yellows right over the poppies. So I not only have some of the glazed yellow in the background, but put it over the poppies to sort of unify the painting. What else do I want to say? I think these dry faster, but I'm not totally sure because I'm used to when acrylic paints dry, they lose their shine. But these have a do they call it a self-sealer in them? So they keep their shine as they dry. But I was able to spray my palette, mist it, put it in a plastic bag. This is like 3 or 4 days later that I'm finishing the painting. So I put another plate on top of it, put it in a gallon baggie, and they kept just fine. So I'm not sure if they actually dry faster or I just think they do. If you guys play with these if you guys play with these paints and are an acrylic painter, let me know what you think. I'm gonna turn it and see if you can see, maybe turn my light. So there's a little bit of shine, almost sort of like a satin varnish when it's done. I haven't varnished it yet or anything. I don't know if I can get a little bit of shine here. That doesn't bother me at all, but I think that's part of the self-sealing feature. Anyway, thank you, Hippie Crafter. This was super fun to do. I really enjoyed it. I hope you like this video. If you want to paint it, remember you can stop the video at any point and catch up with how I'm painting it, because I'm going to do a time lapse here. And then, hang on a second, I'm trying to get it off my wall there. And you can download the printable from my website if you want to. It's just $1, or if you need to, download it for free. It's a Traceable. I called it a printable. Okay, guys, I think I'm done. Art hugs, and I hope to chat with you soon. Bye, guys.